Hello again, welcome back to All Crone Up. It's Frances. How are you today? I hope all is going well. So, compassion. That's what I'd like to talk about today. So what's compassion? It's the ability to recognize somebody's pains, what somebody's going through, and then to take action on it. It doesn't have to be big action, but to take some form of action. So it's more than just empathizing with a person. It's more than just going, oh yeah, I can see that that person has a lot going on. Because the next step then is to take some action. So here's the story. So a friend of mine, I was talking to a friend of mine who works with men to help kind of ease men's journey, I think. I couldn't think of the word. But to help men, because there's a lot of help groups for women and so on. So I'm so pleased that he's doing that, because I think it's very, very needed. Anyway, and I was talking to him, and I mentioned that I have, or had, a neighbour. And my neighbour is a very aggressive gentleman. And he looks scary. He shouts a lot. He swears a lot. And he shouts and screams in the house. And to be really honest with you, that actually scares me. I don't like aggression. I don't like kind of shouting in that way. And it just scares me. So when I go past him in the street, I don't really look. And it's just like, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, so I was talking to my friend, and he said, but Frances, have you thought about having compassion for him? And I just stopped in my tracks, and I thought, oh God, I haven't. Now that's really not like me, but I think the fear took over. The fear of, oh, he's really aggressive, he's really scary, so I'll just stay away. But actually, so I've sat with that quite a lot, actually. I even did some journaling over it. And so now I'm starting to grow this compassion for this man. I don't even know his name. Anyway, so here's my compassion, right? Here's my compassion for this chap who lives next door, who maybe lived next door. Not only do I think, yeah, he's got a story. He's got a big story, which has created the situation that he's in now. Not only that, but what is then the next step? What is my kind of extra? What am I going to put into this now? So if and when I pass him in the street, I now look him in the eye and smile and say hello. It's small, and also I'm going to stop being scared. I think being scared is just, it's very disempowering, isn't it? Obviously, so I'm going to stop being scared. He can't, you know, he's not going to hurt me. Why would he hurt me? So I'm going to feel safer. So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to smile at him and say hi. And three, I'm going to have much more compassion and much more empathy for what he's been through, his life story. I probably will never know it, and I don't need to know it, but I know that he has gone through loads of stuff in order to get him into the position that he's in. So that's my empathy towards this person, which I would never have done had my friend not said, what about that, Frances? So I'm really grateful. So thank you, Adam, for that excellent bit of support, and, you know, showing me in a different way. So the question is, which way to go? No. The question is, do you have anyone in your life that for whatever reason you're not keen? You don't like them, you're either maybe like me, you're scared of them, or maybe, you know, they just, you know, there's something about them that you're not happy with, you're not keen about, you're not pleased with, or, you know? And if so, is there any way that you can find compassion for that person and start to think of them in a different way? And also, what can you do as your next step to change the way that you're feeling? Because remember, if you the more of this kind of beautiful, loving, compassionate energy that we put out into the world, the more we'll get back. That's one thing. But also the more that will be around in the world. And goodness knows the world needs more compassion at the moment. Everything is topsy-turvy and there's a lot of distress. So let's lift the energy in the world and find more compassion. And also to have compassion for ourselves. You know, with respect to my neighbour situation, and I think, and I'm like, oh, Francis, why weren't you thinking that way? But actually, my compassion to myself is to say, well, okay, you know, you can't be on it all the time, but you're doing it now. So, and that's fine. And so not to beat myself up for not having seen this before. Sometimes you need help, don't you, to have something kind of shown to you and say, well, what about this, Francis? Oh, that's a great idea. So anyway, there we go. That's my chat for today. I hope it's been helpful. And if you do think of somebody that you would like to kind of turn around the relationship with, then yeah, go you. Have a wonderful day. I hope you are well and happy, and sending you lots of love. Bye.